given, son. Come on down. It's okay. Man, as soon as he got where they could get a grab on his wrist, there were like 6 of them, and they pounded on him. Boom! And they were punching him and shit in front of everybody, and handcuffed him, hog-tied him, and then put him in the cop car and whisked him away. Now, at one point in my family life, when I was a young man, when I was about 10 or 11, I had a foster sister that came and lived with us, and I thought she was so beautiful. Gosh, I just loved her so much, and she was so cool to me. She like taught me about deodorant and combing your hair, and it was right around the time when I started liking girls, and all of a sudden I had this beautiful 18-year-old older sister. Nothing sexual per se, but just kind of beautiful and like cared about me and talked to me like a girl, kind of like my first pseudo girlfriend of my, that I worshipped. Oh my God, I just loved her. Well, years later, she moved out with my parents and had a lot of drama in her life, always had drama, And so years later, when I was running around to the bars after my first divorce, I came across her in a bar. It was like, oh my God, what are you doing? I haven't seen you forever. She's so nice. Now she's put on a little bit of weight. She's more middle-aged looking now, And I start talking to her. I haven't talked to her in like 19 years, And then as the follow-up to the story, through totally separate circumstances, she wound up meeting my friend Joe and marrying him. And then, I can't remember what happened, but he died. Now, he was in the newspaper, my friend Joe, because we had a whale that swam up the Sacramento River, and everybody called it Humphrey the Whale. And my buddy, I bet you could Google it, he painted a giant mural of the whale on some restaurant somewhere, and it was in the newspaper. And I remember seeing him standing there next to he was a chef, and he was standing next to the painting on the restaurant where he worked, this big, giant, full-size Humphrey the Whale painting. So I had heard from him, or at least seen him, this was like pre-internet, at least once since our childhood. And now here I am, fast forward, almost 20 years, and I'm with my stepsister, who I haven't seen. It was a foster sister I hadn't seen forever. And what do you know? She wound up marrying that guy, and they had all this drama and history. And anyway, I found out old Joe died. So these are just 2 stories that are about my childhood and form where I'm from. So I have a special affinity for cab over campers ever since.